Hello, my name is Noah Eastgate, and my scenario topic was LEGO Robotics. The reason why I chose this topic is because it took robotics and Legos being very creative and interesting, and robotics being very innovative, creative, and interesting as well. And it combines those, and I thought that was interesting to me. So I started my scenario on this topic. Now, the first thing I did when I realized that LEGO Robotics was going to be my topic is I looked for resources. And one of the resources of research I found was TED-Ed. TED-Ed had a lot of LEGO Robotics videos, so I used those to help me in my research for LEGO Robotics. So after my initial research, I actually started LEGO Robotics, and the first thing I did was got a tutorial handbook from Mrs. Lowy, and this showed all the things that I needed to do to learn LEGO Robotics, and it went in steps. So you did one challenge, and then it went over a different topic in the next challenge, and after I was done with all these challenges, I knew how to do LEGO Robotics, well, the basics. One of my favorite challenges that was provided by the tutorial handbook was the light sensor challenge. This was a relatively hard challenge, getting the sensor calibrated and learning how it worked and how it would scan light and dark, how close it had to be to the ground to sensor that as well. And after I figured out those issues, I actually finished the challenge. Basically, what the challenge was, it was the robot with a sensor that detected light, and then you had a piece of paper, or white paper, and then in the middle of the white paper there's a black line. And you would program the robot to stop at the black line. And I realized when this challenge was over, I knew that my prototype might actually work. So my initial prototype was a robot that takes a recyclable can, crushes it, and then can put it in the trash. Kind of like a Roomba. I mean, like how it moves, and I thought that was a pretty good idea. So that's what I carried out on doing. Is when the whole pandemic started, and then I was unable to get my robot from Mrs. Lowy's room and finish my prototype, which was the last thing I was going to do because I learned the basics of LEGO Robotics, as well as knowing everything I needed to do from a prototype. But I was unable to get the robot and code it and finish it. That was unfortunate, but it's okay because I learned a lot about LEGO Robotics over the course of scenario. I learned how the sensors worked, how it was able to move and rotate. I think I still learned a lot even though I was unable to finish my scenario. It was a lot of fun, and I am looking forward to doing it next year. This was Noah Eastgate, and my scenario topic was LEGO Robotics. Thank you.